Hey millionaire, we all know that celebrities earn more cash than the rest of us. That's one of the benefits of being famous. But even with all that money rolling in, loads of them still find a way to lose it all. With celebs going broke all the time, you've got to admire the smart ones who hang on to their wealth. Even better, loads of super rich celebrities make sure they have loads of side hustles and clever investments to help their bank balance grow even bigger. This is our list of the smartest celebrities who didn't go broke. These are the ones you want to copy if you ever become famous. Let's take a look. Jamie Oliver. Americans only spot Jamie Oliver on Food Network once in a while, but in Britain, he's a very different kind of personality. He's got a chain of super successful restaurants, more best-selling cookbooks than you can count, and it seems like he has a new show every time you turn on the TV. He's actually more successful than Gordon Ramsay now. He seems to work almost every second of the day, but I guess a $240 million net worth doesn't come easy. Jessica Alba. We don't see Jessica Alba on our screens very often anymore, so how can she possibly have a net worth of $350 million? That's more than Ed Sheeran has. Well, the simple answer is that she was smart. In 2011, she founded The Honest Company, an online store that sells clean beauty and baby products. It was super successful and now worth about $500 million. Alba owns quite a few of the company's stocks, so she clearly invested her money wisely. Judge Judy. Everyone knows Judge Judy, but we only know her from one thing, her one TV show. She can't have made a fortune off that, can she? Well, most people wouldn't, but she can. She's actually a great businesswoman who knows how to get what she wants. During her first pitch meeting for the show, she negotiated with producers by simply handing them a letter of her demands. The letter ended by saying that if they didn't accept, she'd simply produce the show herself. Of course, they accepted. More recently, in 2017, she made another great business move by selling the rights to her TV catalog of 100 episodes for a whopping $100 million. That brings her net worth to an estimated $420 million. That's a lot of cash for someone who's only ever done one thing. That means Judge Judy earns $555 for every second of her TV show. Can you hit subscribe within $2,277 worth of Judge Judy's time? That's about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check out some more celebs who are smart with their cash. Jimmy Buffett. You know the music your dad loves to play when you're having a barbecue? That Cheeseburger in Paradise song? That's Jimmy Buffett. You might not know him by name, but this professional beach bum is unbelievably successful. Like, really super successful. It's not just the music though. Sure, that made a pretty good amount of cash. But instead of just settling for a good career in music, Jimmy cleverly invested his money. He realized that people loved the laid-back feel of his music, so he expanded that into a lifestyle that fans can visit with a chain of restaurants, hotels, resorts, and casinos. He named them after his famous song, Margaritaville, and they were a hit. We've listed his net worth at an already huge $430 million, but that's the low end of best guesses. Some people estimate it might actually be around $730 million. Who knew? LeBron James. We all know sports stars make a lot of money, and almost all of them blow it. Not LeBron James. He really is one of the smart ones. His earnings for playing with the Lakers comes to about $40 million, which is already a lot, but he's actually worth more than 10 times that amount. How'd he do it? He has a lot of side projects, even without all his endorsement deals, which must bring in a lot of money. He also has his own shoe line with Nike, his own shares in Beats by Dre, and he owns not one, but 2 media companies. All that hustling has paid off. He's currently worth about $480 million. Gloria Estefan. Gloria Estefan ruled the 90s with her Latin pop. She was one of the first people to bring those sounds to an American audience, and it really paid off for her and her band, the Miami Sound Machine. She's since given up on being a pop star. After all, it's pretty hard work, but that doesn't mean she squandered the wealth she'd earned while performing. She was smart and went in a similar direction to Jimmy Buffett after she quit life on the stage. She opened a chain of Cuban-themed restaurants, which are seeing a lot of success. As if that wasn't enough, she collaborated with her famous husband, Emilio, to write a Broadway musical about her life. That's bound to bring in a good amount of cash. Have you seen the ticket prices? All her clever business ventures have paid off. She's currently worth between 500 and 700 million. We're about to enter a whole new level of rich on this list. Have we left your favorite smart celeb off the list? Tell us in the comments and keep watching to find out who took our #1 spot. Jay-Z. We all know Jay-Z is one of the biggest rappers ever, but we also know that rappers have a reputation for blowing their cash. Jay-Z is breaking that stereotype. He put the cash he was earning from his music and invested it. He now has an art collection, some investments in real estate, and he's even involved in the champagne business. In case you're wondering, his champagne is called Ace of Spades, and you might have heard him rapping about it, or maybe you spotted the bottle in his Show Me What You Got music video. Now that's what we call clever marketing. And it worked. With all these ventures combined, Jay-Z is worth around $1 to $1.3 billion. Rihanna. You might not know this, but Rihanna is the world's richest female musician. But not all that cash comes from her amazing stage presence. She has a lot of side hustles that have helped make her so rich. She has a sponsorship deal with Samsung and a partial stake in Tidal, a music streaming service. Plus, there are her big budget acting roles that have helped to add a couple dollars to her bank balance. You can bet she's earned a pretty penny for Ocean's 8. But she hasn't stopped there. One of her biggest earners is her company, Fenty, best known for its super popular cosmetics and a very successful lingerie collaboration with Savage. All this means, according to Forbes, that Rihanna now has an incredible net worth of $1.4 billion. Peter Jackson. Okay, so we can all guess that the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy probably has a lot of cash. But even knowing that, his net worth is still surprisingly high, especially since most of us can only name one of his film projects. But it wasn't just directing that earned him a giant net worth. In November 2021, he cleverly sold a stake in his digital special effects company, Weta, for an unbelievable amount of money. In case you don't know, the company has worked on several major productions, including James Cameron's Avatar, Game of Thrones, and of course, The Lord of the Rings. But even with that pedigree, it's surprising that the US video game company, Unity Software, was willing to pay $1.63 billion for it. Yeah, you heard that right. With that, Peter Jackson's personal net worth is now an estimated $1.5 billion. And finally, the smartest celebrity who didn't go broke, Oprah Winfrey. It won't surprise anyone that Oprah is super rich. She's one of the most famous people alive today. But her net worth is a remarkable success story, considering where she came from. Did you know that Oprah grew up so poor that she literally had to wear potato sacks because her family couldn't afford clothes? That's right, she went from real poverty to billionaire. She says she always knew she wanted more, and it was the Oprah Winfrey Show that gave her what she was dreaming of. Still, many celebs that grew up poor end up losing all their hard-earned cash. Not Oprah. She invested it wisely and turned her fortune into a multi-billion-dollar media empire. She now has multiple ventures, all bringing in more cash, including a partnership with Weight Watchers, a deal with Apple streaming service, and her own cable network.